What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing just a quick video on explaining basically my t-shirt shop and how I made profits with it. Obviously you saw that in the title. So I just want to get right into it. I started this off in 2020. This is 2020 going in 2026 now, and I'm not going to bullshit. I'm not going to beat around, the bush with it, but when I started off, basically my first couple months was getting started off buying my heat presses. I started off with an Amazon heat press that was about 200 bucks, 15 by 15, and the first couple months was basically me figuring it out with a sublimation printer, which I got over here, and a Cricut Air Explorer 2, and just doing vinyl on shirts, doing sublimation. Didn't really know anything about it. So the first couple months into it, I did not get any orders. The whole first basically 7-8 months of it was basically just trying to figure out how to actually print t-shirts. I went through Transfer Express, worked on their easy design to do shirts like that. I got like few shirts from friends and family, just knowing I was starting out. So it is not easy. You can't go into this thinking you're going to automatically first day get an order. It might be different for other people, but for me, it's not going to work like that. So the way I went about it after that, I started an Etsy. Did stuff like that through Etsy, put stuff up, not really getting sales, and then I just started doing word of mouth around town, telling family, friends. That's your best thing in the beginning, is telling your family and friends. They're the ones that are going to give you the honest opinion on your quality of your shirts and things like that. And then over time, I'd say into 2021, 2022, this is all still through the pandemic and everything. Word started getting out that I did shirts through people at work, through family and friends, and I started getting a lot of jobs through people posting my business stuff on Facebook and whatnot. And I ended up, my first big job was a college, a technical college. I got that through a family member, which in turn, I've been getting them now for the last, whatever it is, 5 years now. I've been getting them. And then there was also a recycling company. Now, these are big checks I was doing. I was used to doing like one-off shirts, things like that. Friends asking me for shirts for parties and stuff like that. So I was still just starting off, and then I got my big break doing that community college. They had like an event. It was a Girls on Fire event, which if you go back in my past videos, I've done every year. I've done their shirts. And then I got the recycling center job that's local to me. Ended up getting a big order from them, and these are all, we're talking in the thousands now with these orders. So this was a little bit overwhelming in the beginning for me, because I was only used to doing one-off shirts or this, that, and this I was going through Transfer Express and TKO transfers, and some of them I was doing DTF at the time, and it was just the way I was going about it. But I started to realize how much profit I could make, and that's when I was like getting into the big numbers. The one-off shirts, I wasn't making too much profit, but then once I started getting big orders of 200 shirts, even shirts that were like 70 shirts, and then it just started getting word of mouth all around my area where I did shirts and people were reaching out to me. I've done American Legions, the Italian club I did in my area, which they still order from me. Like I said, the college still orders from me. A couple contractors, I did their shirts, and family like reunions or family events, I've been getting shirts for that. So to this point, that was 2021, 2022, and then it just started snowballing. So now it's just basically the people I got as customers back then, which if you go back into a lot of my videos, you'll see all the orders I did. I didn't put every single one of them out there, but most of the orders I did in the past couple years are out on YouTube and stuff like that. But I started getting huge profit from it. There was the more people would order, the bigger my profit margin would be, because my it would go down for me what I would have to purchase through the transfers. Like going through TKO, I'd end up getting 15-cent transfers, and my profit was getting huge from that. These big orders, I was pulling in a couple $1,000s off these orders, which was like, 150 shirts, 250 shirts, which for me as a one-time person, doing it myself, doing everything myself, packing everything up myself. And that was probably about, I'd say, 2022 or 2023 when I bought the Heat Press Nation Signature Series 15 by 15. I've been using that thing ever since, and that thing's a game changer. That thing is definitely a workhorse. Puts in my, my time with that, and I still use my Amazon heat press, but I use that more for sublimation just so I don't ruin it. I don't do a lot of sublimation, but if you do it right, don't expect right off the bat that you're going to make profit, because it's not going to happen like that. You're going to have to get your name out there. Even with this, I started off on YouTube. I think at the time I had maybe 300 subscribers from videos I did in the past years ago. And as I kept growing my channel, I kept getting more people on YouTube. I'm up to about 5,000 subscribers almost at this point. So this was a whole process, and the reason I did the YouTube thing is just to kind of document my journey and show everybody the cheap route I went and did it. I started this off in no debt. I literally bought everything from just my money, bought everything. I have no debt that's owed with any of this equipment that I bought back here. I'm not paying on any of this. I bought it all out of my own money. So, and that was all profit that I put back into the business to buy this stuff. So every time I'd get a huge shirt order and I was still using that Amazon press, I got enough money in profit-wise from t-shirts to buy this press, or to buy my hat press, or to buy vinyl, or to buy whatever. It was all through me putting the money back in that I made off these orders, and continue to this day that people keep coming back to me that like my quality and everything like that. So I've gained customers just through word of mouth. That's one thing. You could do social media, you could do Etsy. I did the print on demand. I made money off of that for a while too. But the main money that I make is locally. People that know me growing up, people that know somebody, word of mouth through 3 different people to get me a job to do stuff. So, and the profits are huge in t-shirts. If you do everything the right way, you have them pick out their shirts, you go to wholesale shirt sellers, you get the right transfers from the right transfer companies. This is all my videos that are in past videos. You are going to make serious profit on this stuff. There are some shirt orders that I did where I pulled in $2,000 in profit, and there's some where I only did maybe 15 shirts, but I still pulled in a couple $100 in profit because of the fact of how much they're ordering, what they want. If they want single color, if they want full color, and I put it all out. But there is huge profit in making t-shirts and having your own little shop. I don't have to pay, I do it out of my house, so I'm not paying rent anywhere. I'm just literally doing it out of a room in my house. And as I keep growing, I plan to move it down to my garage and everything like that. But in the last couple of years, every shirt I get has been profit. There has not been any problems with me losing money. There's sometimes I lose a shirt or two, but if I got that much in an order, losing that 1 or 2 shirts is not gonna kill your profit. You're gonna lose maybe $20 if that, and that's even pushing the high number. So I just wanted to put this video out there for you guys that if you're getting into this, a lot of people say there's no money there's no this, there's no that. If you tell people you do shirts, it's gonna get around. They want to go to the smaller guy because they know it's going to be cheaper. So what I do in my area is I know there's maybe 4 t-shirt companies around me that are actually big, companies with buildings and everything. And people will call me and say, well, I put it in with them, and I'll just underbid everybody. And that's how I've been doing it for years. I underbid them, but I don't underbid them to the point where I lose money. I underbid them maybe like $50 to $100, which is possible with making, t-shirts because of how much profit there is in this. So if you guys are interested in starting a little t-shirt shop, my advice is how I did it. Start off with an Amazon heat press. Throw it out there that you make t-shirts out of your house. Make up a little business card. That's what I did in the beginning. And just let people know you make shirts. And you're not really killing, you're not breaking the bank because you're ordering your transfers. You're ordering your shirts when the people want them. So what I do is when people want shirts, I let them pick their shirts and then I order the shirts out of my own money, but I get that return when I give them their order. And get yourself a little 15 by 15 heat press. Most of the designs that people order are not going to go over 15 inches. So I'm still using the same presses, and if I have to, I'll get my transfers. If someone gets a big shirt, say, 1 or 2 shirts that are big prints, I'll print half of it, move it up, print the other half. There's always around it. Do your research. I just wanted to make this video to show you guys basically that you can do this out of a back room in your house and make some serious profit. And like I said, go on my older videos to see me doing these orders that I've done for these people over the years. There is serious profit in this as long as you buy your own stuff and you don't go into debt. I was in the process in the beginning of thinking about buying a DTG printer that's direct to garment. It just wasn't in my budget at the time, and I just kept going with the heat presses. And I mean, I made a ton of money off these heat presses. Both of these heat presses have paid themselves off time and time over again. So, and I'm talking 1 or 2 orders. I bought this heat press, probably the first order I had on that heat press, it paid itself off. So that was just a quick video for you guys. I hope this helped anybody out. And the best thing you could do is honestly get started. Try it. If you don't like it, throw it up on eBay and sell it and get your money back. It's not, you're not gonna lose with a heat press and some transfers. So hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys would like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna keep coming out with some more of this content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.